Welcome to the 203K in a Box FHA Consultant Training System instructional video for use with the 203K in a Box FHA Minimum Property Standards Reporting System. This video will supplement the information you received in the CD and the training manual that comprises the FHA Minimum Property Standards Reporting System. This video is not designed to give specific instruction on how to evaluate a property for MPS, but has been created to demonstrate the features and components of the MPS reporting system. The FHA MPS reporting system is a very easy and simple report that may be used on any computer platform, Mac, Apple, and Windows-based system. Depending on the type of system you have, you may even use this as an on-site application with direct email delivery right to your client's email account while at the property. The purpose of this reporting system is to provide you a tool to assist FHA borrowers in their understanding of the needs of their FHA property purchase. It is a great supplement to your home inspection services or can be sold as a standalone product for that borrower or buyer who wants only to know what must be done to meet FHA minimum property standards. It is also a great precursor and introduction to the FHA 203K mortgage for your borrowers. Please note, this evaluation service can be performed by any qualified and properly licensed home inspector as required by law in your service area and does not require FHA approval or certification. However, we do suggest that anyone performing the FHA Minimum Property Standards Reporting System become an approved and certified 203K consultant, as you will find many opportunities where you will be asked to proceed to the next step of completing an FHA 203K feasibility report in order to address the correction of the deficiencies you will uncover when performing this FHA Minimum Property Standards evaluation. Please be sure to refer to the training manual and the front page of that document for more additional information about use of the inspection reporting system, agreements, and legal issues regarding this service. We look forward to helping you become successful and be able to be a viable and useful tool for your services in your community. Let's begin. The first thing to note is that once you open up CD, you will see several items that will comprise the system. You will find the reporting system PDF, you will find inspecting the MPS slides, the customizable PowerPoint presentation, inspecting for minimum property standards course outline that you might have viewed live at a training course recently at an event, the MPS client agreement, the FHA Existing Property Condition Screening Checklist, a great tool to take with you when you are evaluating properties, and the MPS Training Manual .pdf file. You will also find that this training manual is printed for you and provided in paper form. First thing we want to do before we do anything is we strongly suggest that you take the reporting system that you see on this PDF and make a copy of it, and make that copy a copy that you have as a backup so that you do not corrupt or damage the base file by use of this system. You are not able to actually make a copy of the completed file, but will be able to use a PDF printing software in order to process your finished output. The first thing you need to be aware of is the client agreement. And as I said, you have this client agreement, and this document is for you to be able to copy the contents of this agreement for use with your minimum property standards evaluation. As described in the training manual, this evaluation agreement should be reviewed by your legal representation in your specific area to make sure it is valid in your jurisdiction. So please open up this file and keep it open while you are preparing your first use of the software. The next thing you do is you open up the MPS reporting system. You'll find that your base copy has the company logo for 203K in a box listed as the logo for you to use. You can simply click this to enter your own company logo. To show an example of how to use the logo, we're going to take the National Association of FHA Consultant logo and use that in our report. And as you can see, it is now duplicated on the top of the evaluation report. When you are starting your report, you need to insert the information for your company. And it's very simple. You just basically delete the information, and we're just going to use Test Home Inspection Firm. And then you put your name. So we'll use the name Catherine Hall and the phone number. That information will now be populated on all future pages of your inspection report. The next thing you want to do is you want to enter the information for the property. Street address first, city, state, and the zip code. So now this information also will be used to populate other forms on the document. Scrolling down to page 2 of the Minimum Property Standards Evaluation Form, this is your general information page about the property. Here you enter your client information, and in this case the client information is the address of the property you typed here will be put on the header or all subsequent pages. You will also notice that the date of the evaluation is copied from the date that you put on the top of the front of the first page. Here you have the inspector company's name, and then you can place your company's email address. Your client's name is here, cell phone number there. Any additional phone numbers? And their email address. Here you put down their present address information, where they currently reside. And as you can see, the property address and the city and state and zip have been copied from the cover page. The bottom of this page is where you put property type, and so you use the type that is customary for your community. So if this is a single detached property, the number of units is very important, as with an FHA mortgage the maximum number of units allowed is 4 family dwellings. So we'll put this as a single unit. Age of the property, whether it's inhabited or not, residential, commercial, and if it is a mixed-use property, you need to indicate what percentage of the property is commercial space. Are the utilities at the property on at the time of your evaluation? The type of water service, public, private, municipal. Is there municipal gas? Is public water available? This is applicable if you are using a designation of private water or well, and you need to determine if there is public access to, if there's accessibility to connect to public sewage. So in this case it's not applicable because the property is already receiving public water and public sewage. So this is something that is not pertinent right now. Going to page 3, you see at the top of the page the client information and the property address is populated at the top of the form, and your logo is at the top of every page. The client name is listed here, and the home inspection company name, your company name, and the client's name is listed here on this page of the report. You'll find that this is a large area where you actually can enter in your building inspector consultant agreement. This is where we're going to refer to the inspection agreement that we had copied. So looking at the PDF, it says, for the sum specified below, the building inspector consultant agrees to, just like it's on the agreement, and you're going to take this information and you're going to put this information here. You save a portion of it that can fit on the first page, and then you make your mouse and drag over the entire area, and then you hit the copy button on your word processor. Then you go to the PDF, and in that box you hit the right mouse key, or otherwise hit edit, paste, and now this information is listed here. Now, if the agreement that you're using is similar to the one that's provided, it will not fit on one page. For that reason, you want to go to the second half of the agreement, and you want to copy and paste the second half of the agreement into the second part of the form. Now, you will notice that this did not totally fit, and I did that deliberately so I could show you that you may in some cases have to edit and change how it prints on how it appears on the page, depending on any changes you might be making to this agreement. So the best way to do this is to take the agreement from the first page, copy, paste it to the first page, and see how far you go down. Now, as you can see here, the sentence that says it is understood and agreed by both parties did not fully fit on here, and it does not spread, it does not bleed over onto or roll over onto the next section. So you have to do this manually. So you can see where it is understood and agreed by all parties. Copy. And now we're going to take this section and put this here. And we're going to take this portion here and delete this out. So if you look here, you can edit this by making the text smaller, larger, italicized, and you can perform any formatting that you'd like. Now here at the bottom, it tells you the fee for the MPS evaluation, and if you are producing this and you're sending this to the client to sign in advance using a service or an email, the client can actually print their name and, using this feature here, can sign it electronically for you. Following this, you will see the MPS evaluation sections. And you'll notice that in each of these sections, the items default on passing. We suggest that you might want to print these pages off so that you can become familiar with what the items are that you will be evaluating. It is recommended that any item that you find to be unsatisfactory is checked off, and then the comment, and then you have a comment here, and we suggest that that item that you find failing in meeting MPS be photographed and documented with the report. So, for example, is there evidence of termite infestation? It fails, and then you can report indications found at crawl space. Now this would be something that you would document with a photograph. So now as you're going down all the way through this report, every page will have at the bottom your home inspection company name, your phone number, and your email address. Now, this is where you can insert photographs, as we described. It's a very simple process to insert photographs, and simply all you do is you click here to upload the property image. So let's say we were going to take a picture of that, and as you can see, it is now inserted in the space for that photo. The system allows you to have photos, 16 in total, which will comprise 2 pages of photos. Once you have completely entered all the information and the photos right there from your device, you would print this report or save as. Now, if you'll notice, you can only save a blank copy of this form. Data typed in this form will not be saved. Adobe Reader can only save a blank copy of this form, and this is done to protect you from accidentally corrupting the base file that you have. So now what you're going to do is instead you're going to print the completed form for your records. Now what I didn't do is I didn't put a picture of the front of the property on the front page of the report, but it's done in the exact same way as you put the detailed photos in. You want to save this to a PDF writer, a PDF redirect, or whatever PDF processing document writer you have on your computer, and you save that to your PC. So we just hit print, and as you can see, it's now going to save this to a PDF file, and depending on the version of PDF writer that you have, you actually, once you've completed saving it, you actually can then email it directly through your Adobe PDF Reader program. So there you can see it's starting to save, so make sure you save it to a new name. And there you can see it's fully completed. So we'll save this now to a different location. And there is your completed PDF report, ready for you to email to the client with all the information from the property. As you can see, this is an incredibly very simple to use, easy to create, and the most important thing you'll find is that once you become familiar with the contents of the actual MPS reporting system, you'll be easily able to go directly to the locations in the report where you'll find deficiencies that you'll need to enter corrections. I hope this has been a useful tool to help you understand the use of the MPS reporting system, and we look forward to helping you further with additional information as it becomes available. We are working on upgrading this system to provide use on smartphones and other mobile devices. Right now, because of the variety of mobile devices, it's a little more complicated for us, but we wanted to be able to launch the product as quickly as we possibly could to you. So I hope this has been educational and informative, and you will have great success using the FHA Minimum Property Standards Reporting System.